guys in a taxi yet? Have you got the South Australians with you? Good. I'm waiting for you. Our members in here actually don't know what the story is just yet, but the Prime Minister is going to walk through those doors, come up here and make the announcement we've been asking for the last 2 years. Hey Jen, get your name tag, sit down. As soon as Kath arrives, I'm going to do a briefing for you guys.
Yep, beautiful.
Okay. Yep. They'll tell you where to go and then we're going to do a briefing. This is our chance to get the story of the workers across. So it's about you, your work, the clients you work with, how much you earn. You're representing 100,000 community workers, so no pressure. You can do it? All right, let's go have the briefing with everyone. First of all, welcome everyone and thank you so much for being here, and I apologise for the secrecy. We wanted you to be here to be part of history.
Just over 2.5 years ago, ASU members in Queensland won an historic equal pay case. We're very excited. That case has blazed the way for social and community services worker across Australia and was a trigger for our case, which is now in its final days. Before Fair Work Australia.
We've faced massive hurdles along the way, but by far the biggest prize for us, and we were always focused on, was getting the federal government on side with us because they're by far the largest funder.
Hi Marie.
Every successful campaign depends on dedicated activists, and you guys represent the thousands and thousands of dedicated activists around the country.
I had a look and there's not a seat spare.
So today, it's with very great pleasure and privilege on behalf of all of us that I welcome the Prime Minister of Australia, Julia Gilllard.
I really am delighted to be able to join so many old friends and new friends, hard-working Australians one and all. You who work in women's refuges and disability support centres. You who are counsellors, social workers and therapists. More than 3/4 of you women. Nearly 2/3 of you have an industry qualification compared to just over half in other industries. But your average full-time wage is just over $46,000 per year, compared to around $58,000 for all working Australians. Now, this is a gender pay gap.
For this particular case, it all began in Queensland in 2009 when our branch ran a pay equity case, and the Queensland Commission handed down a decision that found that community sector workers' work was undervalued on the basis of gender.
And they won between 18 and 37% pay increases. Ever since then, the ASU has had our eyes fixed on that light on the hill, which is the Queensland rate. So we also want 18 to 37% pay increase.
Today I can announce that the Australian Government will join with the Australian Services Union to make a joint submission to Fair Work Australia in the social and community sector equal remuneration case. Together, we will argue for rates of pay that fairly and properly value social and community sector work. This should deliver pay rates comparable to those awarded by the Queensland Industrial Relations Commission. In that joint submission, which you're obviously looking forward to, the federal government will clearly state that we'll fund our share of the pay rises which flow from the Our decision comes at a cost to the federal budget of over $2 billion over the full phase-in period. The states and territories should also do the right thing.
The Victorian Government have promised that they would fund the outcome of any equal pay case, and then last year they broke that promise.
In New South Wales, Barry O'Farrell has said that he will fund his fair share. Well, the Prime Minister's put the money on the table, so we're asking Mr O'Farrell to now come to the table and to join us in this coalition of people who want to achieve fair wages.
But our commitment is not conditional on the decisions that other governments now take.
We say budget choices have to be made every day and community workers need to be at the front of the queue.
And we know you've waited too long to get equal pay. The evidence before Fair Work Australia in this case is remarkable. One witness, who I will call Natalie. Natalie helps people who are mentally ill and she helps people living with a disability. She helps them to learn to live independently. Natalie is currently paid $41,648 per year. When fully implemented, her pay will be around $55,000 in today's terms.
On the 28th of November, our final case is heard before Fair Work Australia, but what we'll have is our legal team and the government's legal team all arguing the same case. You couldn't have a better situation than that.
We will ask Fair Work Australia to agree to fair pay for caring workers covered by this case, and in turn to declare that the days are coming to an end when the work of women is valued less because it is women's work.
Getting out on the streets, dancing for equal pay, doing whatever it takes to get to this moment when we have a commitment from the government.
It's really going to improve the lives of our members at the front line. It's going to be absolutely fantastic.
For Victorian workers, we've been campaigning for a number of years. We've been doing 4 or 5 rallies with thousands of people. We've been dancing for equal pay, flash mobs outside MPs' offices and in state parliament.
I mean, governments just don't make these announcements because they wake up one day and decide to. We've created the environment through our struggle.
Our members have fought long and hard, and this is the culmination of their struggle today. Kath Nelson, I'm the Secretary of the ASU in Queensland. This is Sandra.
Where do you work, Sandra?
I actually work for a Uniting Care community.
And how long have you worked in the sector?
Well, I graduated from uni 8 years ago.
Right.
Went back. I'm a mature age, as you can tell, Prime Minister, not like my lovely younger colleague here. Finally, a recognition of all the years of study that we've put in, you know, the experience.
Our argument has been that the work of the community sector, caring work, empathy, all those skills that you need, isn't valued properly or fairly. And the reason why is because we've got a gendered view of it. We see it like it's not as important as fixing cars or as being an engineer.
They do some of the most important work in our society. But because this work has been predominantly done by women, it's been undervalued and underpaid.
I'm a domestic violence worker and a crisis refuge.
South Australian Northern Territory branch, Maria and Sandra. They work at Central Domestic Violence Service in South Australia.
It's an acknowledgement and a valuing of the work that we do, but ultimately it's a valuing of the community that we work with.
Congratulations to the Queenslanders for having us.
Hello, Sally. How are you?
Oh, I'm very, very excited. Come on.
And what brought you into the sector?
I like people. I like working for people, and I think that if you have a passion for advocating for the rights of others and that you can do that work, that's a good place to start. But then we need to advocate for the rights of ourselves as well, which the union helps us do.
We applaud the Prime Minister's announcement. It's a massive day for social and community services workers. For too long they've suffered on poverty level wages, and the announcement today means a real concrete pay increases should Fair Work Australia accept the arguments that ourselves and the federal government will put.
We believe that it will finally provide value to community sector workers and to the communities that they support and to women workers across the country.
This is an historic day. We're recognising that your fellow members deserve equal pay and they shouldn't be undervalued just because they're women. Thank you.